the scriptures of Hindu religion are destroyed, vanished. Even the first mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad is there. The Hinduism will survive for millions of years. The first mantra says Ishavashyam idagum sarvam. He is there everywhere. Where is the God in the sense? What else is there? He is there everywhere inside you, within or without. And idagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Where it is, even the other planets, other universe, other galaxies, everywhere it is there. And here, very much it is here. Tad dure tadvantike. He is nearby you, he is far away, everything and all. Having described that infinity, because you can't give a sort of this portion of infinity is bigger than that portion. It is infinite. One being a finite, once I can't imagine the infinity, once I know there is infinity, that is good enough. Whatever he has given you, you savor it, enjoy it. Whatever he has given, you can't, that's why once you say, Tena taktena bunjitaha, whatever he has given it to you, what you are having, what you have collected, all these things, he has given it to you. Tena taktena bunjitaha, you save it and savor it. Because finally, when it has to go, it will go. Because when it has given, whatever he has to give, he knows he will give it to you. And even if you have taken the effort, you don't get always based on your effort. You might have taken the effort to someone, because one of my friend, he wanted to be something of outstanding doctorate. Even one of my families, one of my brothers, was outstanding. He got an international award. He wanted to be something of a name, it's where he couldn't. Because that he knows what is to be given, but he got the international award and all. He was recognized all over the world for his metallurgy and all. He's my own brother. Of course, he unfortunately passed away in 30s. And he was in IIT Bombay, because he was in applied mathematics. He was doing research also and teaching all those things. He was in Illinois, Champaign, Urbana-Champaign, and he was there. He was in UCLA, Los Angeles, and finally he came back to India in IIT and all. So that happens, because it is not that, he always because that is where, because he was very much advanced, in philosophical thoughts. He was associated with ISKCON. He said, whenever it has to come, it will come. So he says, one eye, ISKCON people, they say one eye is Krishna, the other eye is, whatever you want to achieve in this world. There are no other things. So whatever he gives, you take it. And whenever, because you don't think about going, because it is his. See, Dr. Karan Singh, he was asked a question. He has come to Tirupati. He's one of the board of governors of Tirupati traditionally in those days and all. When he came, one gentleman went and asked him, very senior, wise person. I think he's one of the vice chancellors of Tirupati Sanskrit University and all. He said, Dr. Karan Singh is a great scholar of Upanishads and Vedas, and he has written books and all, marvelous, and his knowledge is unparalleled. He asked him, when you lost an entire thing, how did you feel? Because he is living in a small area in a small house in Delhi. He said he quoted the Isavasham Upanishad only. Tena taktena punjitaha. He has taken it. It is not mine or not my family's. It goes and comes, it can event. Finally, it is his. He is the owner. In Visishtadvaita, what he says, he is the owner. Even you are owned by him. As a house, if it is owned by him, house doesn't recognize who is the owner. We are like that. We don't recognize. Once you recognize, you have been owned by someone, they always, all the security comes into you because you have got someone to be looked after. Someone is going to look after you and all. It is basically insecurity based on our likes and dislikes we have accumulated, the luggage we have carried on. So all those luggage we carried, likes, dislikes, even the talking words and all. See, there is all these things. What it creates, because when you do everything and all, you create an element of trust. Should I trust anyone? Not necessary. But to be, because as long as you don't know, you can have a trust. When you have once you have a trust, even the silence will be very eloquent. It will give you every meaning of it. But if you have a distrust, every word can be misunderstood, mistaken. The element of trust, how it comes once you know, because I'm not doing it, someone is getting it done by me. When he's getting it done by me, why should I exercise? Because what is good at that point of time, because as I am having the soul inside and I'm also having the life force inside, primordial power, Paramatma inside, the other person is also having. If the other person talks ill of you, he doesn't know he is talking ill of the Paramatma inside you. That means he is self-scolding. He doesn't understand. That is the level when there is no otherness, when you think everyone is same, then you will not be mistaking anyone for their sort of a fallible work and whatever, the obnoxious words, even they give you some sort of, as well as, you will be able to take it. In the sense, not that, you will just go off, you will just polish it off, you will pass it off. You will not take, into your mind and, they just worried about. Even the husband and wife, even the close ones, they say a few words, and the words, sometimes they say intentionally, sometimes they don't, because you mistake the word, because maybe, that is what, he knows, that is what, his level of dimension he has come to. So you may be able to, because once you do that, it's not the forgiving, you will just, that is as good as forgiving. You will not be bothered about it. So then only you will be able to move. Otherwise, if you fold on, it is like a flowing river. The flowing river, if you put a check dam on certain thoughts, as you are, because if you are taking a bath in the sea, if you put around a small wall around that, there won't be any bow, but you will be just having this dirty water over a period of time. The salt and alternate. But if it is the open sea, the flow, the waves will come, the waves will take away the dirt, and one wave will come and it will drench you. The other wave will take you, as it is, because like a surfing, and likewise, the life is like that. But you will be able to withstand all the pressures, pulls, whatever it happens. Nothing is yours. Because I can't say, because this much of water in which I am standing is mine in the sea. It is his. It is the water. I don't have anything and all. So as long as fearlessness is taking away all the insecurities, emotional
Basically,
insecurity.
oneness, leading to oneness.
Yeah, and again, emotional insecurity and the physical insecurity, as well as spiritual insecurity.
Okay.
Spiritual insecurity is once you comes, spiritually when you are going, you will be having insecurity in between. I don't, because spirituality, why, people tell, you should always a guru, because guru will be able to find, always your strengths, weaknesses, and slowly try to infuse the concept of entire scriptures or the philosophy into you, or the concept of God into you. The spiritually, once you elevate yourself, there is no insecurity. To start with spirituality, you will have some basic insecurities. Once you grow up in insecurity, spirituality, slowly the insecurities will go off. Once you don't have the insecurity, you are an open person. You can just go and stand in the forest all alone and look at the sky and laugh and enjoy. But when you are doing that, when you don't have that much of security, even in confines of your gated community with all the securities around, all the gadgets available and all the resources available, you will be still insecure. And very often, if you see, whatever our behavior is controlled by two things. One is ignorance and insecurity. Ignorance is, because we have not been open-minded enough, to understand and assimilate what other person is about to. Because everyone is not a master of language. Especially English is not as Dr. Krishna, V.R. Krishna, a Supreme Court judge used to say, it is English language is not a mathematical precision. People can tell anything and people can understand anything in them. So therefore, what happens, because what is in their mind doesn't come out. That's why, the yato vashyo sabdo nivartante, because there is a word, you will not be able to describe the entire primordial power into words, and the words are insufficient. Okay, you will have to more feel experienced than to be expressed. That's what it happens. So therefore, insecurity and ignorance. Ignorance, in a way, is good, because you don't have any sort of the wrong thoughts, because you don't know about certain things that you can be called. What we are having is wrong understanding. That is not avidya, what we call avidya, one word. Avidya, kama, karma, the three things, which are responsible for entire things. Avidya is wrong understanding. Understanding something in your own way as it suits you is wrong understanding. What is it exactly is different. Why the scripture says is, you understand this is what it is. Arjuna was thinking, he's going to kill his uncle, he's going to grandfather, he's going to kill the great grandfather, Pitamaha, Bhishma Pitamaha. By he is the one who brought us up, because from the child he has brought us up. How am I to kill him? He says, look, you now it is arraigned, the army is arraigned, you will have to do your duty. In that process, he gets killed, you are not killing. The soul is still going to be there. You are only, the body will go off. And even if you are killed, you are not getting killed. He tells Arjuna, it's not that you alone will kill everyone and all. So why he is to this? Arjuna had a lot of the insecurities. The first chapter, because I will just give one instance, which possibly you might have heard elsewhere also. That will give you some idea. Is it Senor Bayor Madhye Ratam Stapaya Achyuta, he says in the first chapter, in the 18th mantra, he says, ask him to take the chariot in the middle of the entire army. Both are arraigned to fight and all. Krishna had option, but he is a very, Krishna is far above everyone. He is the primordial power. He knows what is required to be done with this person. He just took it, in front of this Drona and Bhishma Pitamaha. Had he taken to Duryodhana, because he knows, I have to finish up this fellow. Let us fight the war. Let us fight to finish. Let me annihilate all these fellows and let victory or defeat, let's not bother. We would have done that. He has not taken in front of Duryodhana. He took it against in front of Bhishma Pitamaha Drona. Because see, what is like and dislike, because you don't like Drona, you can kill him. But Bhishma Pitamaha is his great grandfather. He sired the entire dynasty, because looked after the entire dynasty. How I can kill him? Because it is his liking. He is worship him. He is adoring him. But he doesn't like him. But as far as Krishna is concerned, both the souls are same. Had he taken him, because the question of discussion would not have arisen at all. Okay, let's go on. Okay, he doesn't take him then. He wanted the wisdom to be given to him, and so that he understands rightfully what is, finally what they are doing. Finally, it is not we are doing it. Naham karta, hari karta. That's what they say. It's not I am doing. I am not doing. I am an instrument through which it is being done. The soul is there in this body, and this body is an instrument. The soul has to exhaust whatever the karmas it has accumulated. It is doing it. The Paramatma gives the energy and wherewithal to get it done. That's what it. Once you have that, absolutely, you don't have any insecurity and any ignorance, because no one can even talk to you and other things. They can't do anything. Your soul is in a pristine pure. It cannot be sullied. Because it's unsullied. It is glory. Glory from birth. Glory all the time. It's nitya. Always it is there. So there is nothing to be worried. When you have the ignorance and insecurity. So why people get angry and all? Ignorance and insecurity. Say you are not always doing what am I telling you and all. Why the other person might be having a problem, or he may be trying to tell you, look, by doing this you are not going to get anything good. You are not giving an opportunity. So that could be there. Or even the person, maybe he still doesn't know how to do it. He wants to get your advice to do it. That also you don't know. So once you want someone to do it, he doesn't do it, you get to the krodha. Krodha, that is ignorance. You don't know what he thinks about. Another is, because then once it's ignorance, another is insecurity. Insecurity is, if he doesn't do it, see, assuming it may happen in official life. You are entitled for something. You ask for that. That may not be coming, because the HR department or the person who is working, because they may have some constraint. It may not be coming. You will be thinking someone else, parallel to you, he may be getting it. He or she may be getting it. You might not have got it. How come he got it and I have not got it? Because you will be thinking, will I be, if I don't go and fight with them, finally they may take it, as a joke, they may continue to deal with me like this. I will have to put up my this. That's what you will think. But by not talking, you will be sending a very strong message. The other person will be, look, we will have to give this, because he will be working for that. He may have some constraint, administrative constraint, organization constraint. He will bring it. By being silent, you will be eloquently conveying. That will make more. That will be more sort of a appropriate at a point of time to get the best of it, than to shout and fight and having all sort of a battle and all. Because it's not required at all. Because it will happen. So more people, less you talk. The silence is love. The Lord is love, and the language of the Lord is silence. More you are able to, because then it gives you an opportunity. The ignorance and insecurity both are taken away. Then you become pristine pure. You understand you are selfie. You know that how glorified you are, and then you won't take anything. Even Even if you are doing something, even if you are going to talk something, you will think twice and you will just, then only if required only you will talk, otherwise you will not talk. That does lot of good in the sense, because you become mostly balanced. You don't have anything and all. And even a person, you will have to put it in a bit of sweet coated words, and you can correct a person even if he does a mistake. But if you shout at him, once you can shout at him, second time, you will know, you are going to shout at him. He may do repeatedly the same thing, or afterwards he may not care for you also. But we are not interested in that. We are interested in correcting him by he being a good one, because what is that? It's going to be good for him only. As long as he doesn't realize himself, it's not going to be any good for them. So therefore, nothing is ours. Everything has come in our way. When we are going, it is to be somewhere else, because he decides whom it has to be given. Because all millionaires have not lived, all through his generations have not lived millionaires. And some of his generation have come to, because they got other kind of struggle in the life and they have again come up, likewise. Like all the poor man has never lived poor. He also comes one. Like people, maybe once you know the way of leading the life, whatever education what we had, whatever experience what we had, are all nothing as long as the wisdom dawns us. It is, finally we are here, whatever has been given to us, we will take care of it and do that and enjoy that as well as possible. We will do the duty. And the attachment, what you said is correct. Without attachment automatically comes once you get the balance. You will be doing the duty, but not the attachment to the results, what will happen. I will have to sit for IAS and I may go for rows, this IAS academy and all. I do it, because I may try for that, because if I am successful, it's okay. If I am not, it's okay. I will find what is the other alternative. It is not the be all and end of life. Because he is destined for me someone. People who have given up, afterwards they have come out and they have got, some of them have gone the highest level in the corporate world. Some of them have become scientists of outstanding scientists. Some of them have come back to the research and studies and all they have done and all. It's not only thing. But you make an attempt, but you give your best. But don't bother about it. And if something happens, don't hold on to that. I tried, because others have got. Why are you bothered? You tried, you did, because you are destined for something else. So that insecurity will go off. Very often, because it all happens, because the family surroundings and the people infuse the ideas and all. But once you have the spirituality, you will have your own ideas. You will not be influenced. You will not be having any insecurity at all. Insecurity happens because we are getting influenced by so many things that is happening around the world and which should not happen. That also do's and don'ts we decide. There are no do's and don'ts in the world. Things will happen. But as we take it and face it and we have got the courage to do it, we will deal with it. And we will have a right understanding. We will not have a wrong understanding. Ignorance and insecurity, once you take it out, everything goes off and you become totally resplendent and glory in your own way. Therefore, at any point of time, maybe the moments of agitation will not be there in your life. Just now, 10 times I am getting agitated in the day. Slowly, once I get into spiritual, and it may come down. It will be progressive, abhyasa, because doesn't happen at all. As Krishna says, because thousands of people try to make an attempt. Only few succeed. Even those who make an attempt, out of the thousands, only few are able to do it. Likewise, it is sort of a process. Those who have done that, they have got that. It is an opportunity in this life. Having come into this life, we can use this opportunity. And basically, once you have it, then there is no insecurity at all because we don't have any ignorance. We leave it everything. Anything comes to you, you will take it with the wholehearted view, and you will be able to face it on the face of it. You will not be cowed down, or you will not be trying to do, I will take the bull by horn. You will be able to take every situation appropriately without any like or dislike. See, even if I book for something, because I don't get it, I don't get the class which I wanted to book. If I have been given a class, because I will have to manage and live, go by that, how best I can make out of it in the circumstance. It is an experience for me like that. It is basically ignorance and insecurity, and the reason for all these things is avidya, kama, karma. Avidya is wrong understanding. Kama is the desire based on whatever passions we have seen influences what we had. Vidya, karma, when you do it, you do it, as if, you are doing as a matter of duty, with the same love and affection. Even if you have to do something you have not done so far, and which you might have, the averse to doing it, but if you have to do it, you will have to do it because you will have to do it with love and affection, whatever is there. At that point of time, you have to do it. There is no other alternative. So because some people are getting posting, which they don't require at all, which they are not happy at all. But once you are posted, you will have to do. You will have to be something like a TN Session. TN Session was in atomic energy. TN Session was this, space agency. TN Session was in cabinet secretary. Finally, he was the unknown position of chief election commissioner till then. No one knew who was the chief commissioner, was chief election commissioner, what is his name. But he changed the entire thing. But basically, he has not taken anything personally, but he went with the full flow of what is to be done. He never cared for it because he got the courage, and he knows, tomorrow if they are going to impeach him as a chief election commissioner, he would jolly well take it. That's what his thing is there. And wherever he has gone, he has proved it to be. I understand he was in atomic energy also for some time. I think he was no different, from other positions. It is like that, to be a TN station only. Thank you, madam. Wonderful. I think you can
Thank you.
always, I think you can just text me or anything, whatever you think, and you can
Okay.
also, yeah, you can also give a tinkle, no problem. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you
All
very much. Because
all the best. All the best.
yeah, lovely.
Sure.